Welcome, everyone. How are you today? So nice to be with you. Today, I'm asking the question, do we already have what we are truly seeking? I try to help people lose weight. That's like a big part of my medical practice for a long time. Big part of what I'm trying to do now in our beautiful YouTube space. On the podcast, Simple Fasting. In the focused simple fasting practice, got an actual clinic now, leasing a space in Fitchburg, Wisconsin. You want to meet in person? We don't have to be telemedicine anymore. We can meet in the office again. Really looking forward to that. We're seeking something, right? Is it deeper than just a simple health goal? This is like really the sub-theme of what I try to focus on the channel. Like, yes, we have a health goal. We're in a health space. What does health really mean? And what are the most important parts of health? The things we're really looking for? Oftentimes, I arrive at the place that what we're really looking for is a mental space of peace and contentment. That's, I think, what I am looking for. We discussed yesterday, finding a space of contentment, even a better place than happiness. Happiness, pretty good, but happiness can be fleeting if we aren't really content. So it can be easy to answer this question superficially. Say, of course, I'm here. I'm trying to lose weight. I haven't lost it. I don't have what I seek. That way, like I could see people going. I say, stick with me a sec. Listen to this story. I'm going to read you a story. Yesterday, I was talking about this analogy, the 4 burners. I was thinking a lot about that yesterday. It's like picturing our life as a cooktop with 4 burners, gas stove. Can only go 100% on 2 of them. Between health and our work, whatever that may be, and our family and our friends. We got kind of 220%. 2 burners could be 100%, but then you got the other 2 on simmer, and how do you want to balance that? And do you want to back off from some areas so that we can bring balance? I was thinking about how would different people approach that, across a lifespan? How is someone who is younger versus someone who is older? Does that change? And so as I was thinking about this, I was looking for different perspectives about how people think about that. And one person shared this story that they felt framed it well. Have you heard it? The article that they sent it from, interestingly, it started with a Warren Buffett quote, which I like Buffett quotes. Here's a guy, pretty grounded fellow for being a billionaire, I think. A lot of his financial advice just doubles as just practical life advice, I say. Buffett says, I can buy anything I want, basically, but I can't buy time. This is good wisdom for anyone. We can't buy time. Right now, we are here. In this space, and time is something that we at least have some measure of. Find some gratitude and presence in this time, in this space, this moment that we can share here to try to center our thinking before we move on the rest of our day. Here's the story. An American banker was at the pier of a small coastal Mexican village when a small boat with just one fisherman docked. Inside the small boat were several large tuna, and the banker complimented the fisherman on the quality of his fish and asked how long it took to catch them. The fisherman replied, "Only a little while." The banker asked, "Why don't you stay out longer and catch more fish?" He said, "I have enough to support my family's needs." "But what do you do with the rest of your time?" he asked. Fisherman said, "I sleep late, go fishing, play with my kids, take a nap, stroll into the village each evening, or sip on a wine and play my guitar with my friends." The banker scoffed, "I have a Harvard MBA. I could really help you. You should spend more time fishing. Take the more money you make, you could buy a bigger boat. With a bigger boat, hire a crew. You could end up with a fleet of boats. Then you'd have enough money. Start your own processing operation instead of sending it to the middleman. Vertically integrate. You could control the product, the processing, the distribution. You have to leave this village. You could end up moving to LA, New York. You could run your expanding fishing enterprise." "Well, how long would all this take?" the fisherman asked. To which the banker replied, 15 or 20 years. "Yeah, but then what?" asked the fisherman. Banker laughed, "That's the best part. When the time is right, you could announce an IPO, sell your company to the public, you become very, very rich. You'd make millions. Millions. And then what?" "Well, then you could retire. You could move to a small coastal village, sleep late, fish, play with your grandkids, take siestas, stroll to the village, sip a wine, play your guitar with your friend." I loved reading that. Think about the entire enterprise, the potential, creating this vast structure to obtain something that we already have. Here it's a story, right? Just written to weave it all together. Are there places like this in our life? Are there times where we are doing this? Where we're being convinced by other people to follow a dream that is validating their vision of how to live? Or are we doing it ourselves? Are we chasing something that we actually already have? Big theme that I want to help people see on this channel, that so much of what we look for, we already possess. We live in a culture that teaches us, that conditions us, that we have to purchase everything that we need, including health, that health is somehow a commodity that we can buy, instead of something that we are, something that we do, something that we are being, something that arises naturally when the conditions support it. Now we just buy it. Same doubles for our mental and emotional state. So much of what is being sold in society today is that you can purchase contentment, that a certain amount of money, a certain amount of buying of things or experiences is going to bring satisfaction, peace, contentment. Just tell you my honest reflection. I don't see that either of these propositions are true or that they work. Health is something that you do. It is a way of being. And a space of peace and contentment. Whatever we are doing to try to reach that point, we had it all along. It exists inside of our being, wherever you say it, inside of this physical, mental, emotional structure that we are navigating the world through. A process of finding peace and contentment in the mind and body far as I can see, it's like a big prerequisite to getting on a sustainable health path in the first place. You were just saying yesterday, a lot of people trying to punish their way to health, a lot of people putting themselves in a box of rules and things that they have to follow, or saying things like no pain, no gain. There's benefit to that potentially, right? So many things that can be half true. Human being is strong and powerful. I want people to see that. I want you to see human being can do incredible things. Strive and overcome incredible challenges, move through great difficulty, do things that we thought we could never do. But a process of a health path, if we are just having that mindset but we don't feel called to it, if we are intentionally bringing intensity to things that we are trying to do, that is a beautiful process. That can be inspiring, and you can lean into and find strength in an attitude like that. But only if you are called to it, only if it is bringing a measure of joy from it. The space that we're really navigating in our society today, tell me how you feel about it. There's just pressure from every avenue, from political things and news, finance and economy and all these sort of things, and just the whole social construct, so much anger, so much pressure. A whole culture built around valuing our worth and what we are as a person by what we do and what we are currently doing, and it doesn't leave any space to breathe, doesn't leave any space to just be, to say that, there's value simply in existing here. When we think about the things, do we already have these things? How do you encounter it? If peace and contentment is inside, how do we find it? We talked about that a lot yesterday, about flowing through the space, letting these hormones, the dopamine, the withdrawal that we experience if we aren't consuming something. That the real work often that we have to do is to pass through that space so that we can make it to the other side. It's not that far away. This is what I want to tell people. Good health isn't that far away. A space of contentment isn't necessarily that far away. Sometimes certainly can feel like it, especially when we're dealing with great difficulty and the challenges that come through life. But having a practice of something like this, centering the thoughts, bringing intention to these spaces, as we practice that, we start to teach the mind and the body, no, we're going to be okay here. Then we are more resilient. It's a process of building resilience. Then when the difficulty comes that we pretty sure are going to come our way in life, okay, we've built the structure, the habits, the practices, the strength to help us flow through it. And from that place, grounded, centered, see, just to say it, do you say these words to yourself? It just makes me take a deep breath. That's the foundational practice. One of the core practices to cope with, deal with, minimize, reduce, get rid of stress, right? Just to breathe it out, centers the body and the mind. Once we flow through that space, have you done it? You try to clear out a mental space. Maybe you say, even I've got 10 minutes here in between things that I got to do. Instead of grabbing the phone, instead of doing something else, instead of whatever it is. Can I just have a little relationship with myself here? Can I do a little check-in? Say, I'm open to it. I know it's going to be a little unpleasant. I'm going to sit here in this moment. I'm going to want to do something, but then I don't. I'm going to let the thoughts kind of come out. I'm going to let the nervous system settle down. It's like a gift that you can give to yourself, even in a brief moment, even a few minutes. We're trying to do it here just for a few minutes. Think some centering thoughts, engage in some centering practices. This is the process of how you actually be present in a space, just to be there, to not have to do anything else, to not actually do anything else, just to be in that moment. And now we are getting into that type of space. Do we have already what we're seeking? So in that space, we see, hey, actually, I am here, I am present, and everything is okay. Like, we can exist in that space. That's a way of being. This is the way we want to flow through the world. At least for me, I say, this is how I want to try to flow through the world. Present in each moment, not dependent on some other thing. That is the process of finding contentment internally, finding an inner strength to approach the difficulty that we face. If we realize we already have contentment, that is a very, very, very strong place to find centering beliefs that we have. Things that we know, including that we know that we're going to be all right. What I really want to help people create, we've done a number of things, especially in the fall. We did a bunch of these sessions, reading through the creative act, artistic books about self-expression through art, that our way of being in the world is actually our artistic expression of life. Such a beautiful thought. We just be. Don't have to do, just have to be. Already have it. This is where I really want to go, even in the weight loss space. Even say, hey, I want to release some energy, okay, from the body. This is what a fasting space can offer. From one perspective, you say, oh, that is something to do. From another perspective, you say it's nothing and nothing to do. And from one perspective, you say, this is trying to accomplish something that we don't yet have. And from another perspective, say, we already are this experience. We're being healthy in the moment. We don't have to wait for anything to happen before we are experiencing health in a moment. And maybe if you say, oh, is that a mental construct? Here's a mental construct. Just imagine that you already have it. Vision it. That's part of that program. I'm trying to program the mind, giving ourselves every positive thought and encouraging idea. So many negative thoughts coming at us, negative experiences, difficulty that is happening in the world. Are we creating at least a space for ourselves where we can just be in that moment, experience contentment in that moment? The space that I want for people with a fasting space, if you're trying to use that path to move toward health in any fashion, weight loss, blood sugar, digestive problems, mental health processes, so many good things can flow out of a space. It is a process of finding contentment without food. We can practice that mental state by just finding contentment without any kind of distraction, right? If someone says it's overwhelming to me to move through a fasting space like this, okay, let's just start by practicing it mentally, using our imagination, seeing ourselves, practicing it. People use visioning for all kinds of things, like athletics. People, high-level athletes, picturing themselves doing it, mentally doing the reps. So much is the mind, the thought that controls everything. So practicing for a sport, you got to do the physical thing in the body too. But you can rep it in the mind 20 times and seeing yourself, and then you can go practice it. A lot of people do that. Dancers and stuff, they're doing the routine mentally and then helping the body to flow through it. Take that mindset into our health process. Have a visioning space. Vision your perfect health day. See what you are feeling in these moments. See how you are approaching the difficult experiences. Know, like, see the patterns. Oh, every time I get to this place, I have this experience. Here's how I'm going to approach it. Maybe help you proactively say, maybe I need to change some things about my environment so that I can support it. Maybe you get in and say, see, oh, look, this is what I do. I'm going to see this thing, and then I'm going to feel this way, and that's going to make this difficult. Hey, let's practice changing how we respond, ultimately changing how we feel so that we can flow through that space, realizing, hey, contentment is already here. I don't have to do anything else to do it. To receive it is already here. See, this is the other side of what is sold in society so much. Society sells like you got to buy stuff and consume things in order to find something. Like, here's the total inversion, fasting, showing the process. So many things of finding things, actually saying no to things, removing things, realizing that we could actually see what it is that is going on here if we just cleared out the space to see what is already present. It's reminding me of, I think there's like, I don't remember exactly, some famous sculptor was talking about, like, they're carving this huge block of stone. They're like, the statue's already inside of it. Like, we're just removing everything that isn't a part of it, you know? It's like we take everything out and the sculpture's already there. Isn't that cool? Think of that just in a weight loss process. Like the leaner version of ourself, like you're trying to lose weight. It says like the sculptor, we're just letting go of everything that isn't part of this leaner version of ourself is already there. Just like the sculptor, we're just releasing it. Here's fasting as a process. This is how energy flows out of the body. Body fat is energy. It's stored by the body because the body cares about us. Body not broken. Body is trying to collect resources from the environment. When more energy came in than we needed, body said, I know what we do. We put this in the storage system. Maybe comes in handy, helps us out. And then it really can. It's just pros and cons to these things. Body not broken. Think how much judgment is brought into this space and how people are labeled as diseased and broken when the body is just trying to help us in the midst of a very, very confusing and difficult society. It's just kind of like hurts to even think about it, you know? It's like, whoa, let's take the pressure off this whole situation. It's like, let's say no to so much of this judgment, so much of this labels and this thing. Just like really look at what is happening here. Like, what do we have here? We have health is right in here. See, there's pros and cons. There are negatives. This is where we go. Body can store energy for us if we have had an experience where we have pushed that a little farther, right? It's like we're leaning into the con side of it. Body is carrying a burden to do that. This is why we can look at fasting or any other sort of process. Pick your path. If you can lean into an exercise process that helps the energy to flow out in a better way, it's perfect. It's just fine. Choosing the healthiest foods, of course, so important. Mainly means saying no to the processed foods that have not exist. Okay? We say no to that. Say yes to the most nourishing things that were part of this experience, that the body knows how to work with, okay? And then fasting is like the pinnacle to me, part of that process to say, we're saying no to everything right now. Saying no to everything except for what's already here. See, that's just turning everything here. Saying that leanest version of myself is already here. I'm just saying yes to that right now. See, I don't need anything else. We can let go of everything that isn't there. See, we already have that. You don't see, do you believe that? Do you see that? The leanest, healthiest, strongest version of ourselves, it's already in here right now. Right? We don't have to seek anything external to find it. We already have it. The process of actually having it, like without anything else, okay, is not a process of buying anything or consuming anything. It's a process of saying no to everything that no longer serves us. Do you see the physiology in the body? Do you see the process? Say, I want this version of myself that I choose. If it's not your choice, it's no problem, no judgment, no pressure to do it. I'm going to start living my life in a way of being that is just, that lets that emerge. Even if it could be a little uncomfortable. Say, is fasting always perfectly comfortable? Not really, you know? Is it perfectly comfortable to feel hungry for a period of time? Like, not really. It's not the most pleasant experience. Right? Especially in the beginning, especially when you're new to it, especially when it's like, is this something you can really do? We're trying to learn a way of being in the world. And we say, like, of course, our default state, we want it to be comfortable. And like, who doesn't? I mean, I do, okay? So you say to abstain from eating for a period of time, to say, seems like the path for me here is to say no to this so something healthier can emerge. Say, is that always comfortable? Listen, change of any kind is rarely comfortable. It just isn't. But that's okay. It's also okay. We're in a space. You understand the saying, rock in a hard place, right? Struggling with too much weight that we don't want isn't comfortable either, if you see what I'm saying. There are cons to this, like we said, pros and cons. Which discomfort do we accept? Do we choose? It's easier to say in the moment, okay, I'm going to not choose hunger because I eat something and I immediately feel better, right? The hunger is resolved. But then that choice is balancing it out against the deeper emotional experience where you say, here is a goal that I want. I want the healthier version to emerge. So like, this isn't really comfortable for me either. This is leading to other health problems because this is in communication with our whole being in this experience. What I really want people to see on this channel through this experience is that choosing in the short term, something maybe stretching ourselves a little bit, say, isn't this not the most comfortable choice to accept into my being some hunger for a little while? Actually, as you practice that, you come to see, it's been my experience, it's not so bad. You can come to reframe it, can in many circumstances come to feel even more pleasant. Or say, I know what is happening here. This hunger experience is not so bad because do you see results from it? You see, oh, I open up some of this space. I see what's happening. I'm giving my body the opportunity to come back into balance. I can feel that. I can see it. I'm willing to accept this experience into my life to give a gift to my body because I'm accepting that burden to feel that experience so that we can take the burden off of the body. Body's carried the burden for a long time. You see, we want to show some love back to the body and say, hey, thank you, thank you for doing your best to provide this resource for me. I'm just opening up this space so you can use it now. And the body will do it. And as long as you are choosing that out of a place of love and kindness, not forcing anything, not punishing anything, then you flow through that space, even in a joyful way. That's the only way I want people to flow through a fasting space. Joyful, positive, courageous. And if you're not in a space like that, I'd just say don't do it. Like, never do it. Take some time walking along the riverbank. That's what I say. Fasting is just a flow. We're trying to get in a flow through it, not struggling. Minimizing the struggle. Struggle is everywhere in life, right? Trying to minimize the struggle. Flow in a direction of least resistance. The direction of least resistance that's going in the direction we want, the path of least resistance in society, just do what everybody's doing, is flowing in a direction that is not healthy. So we are trying to thread the needle, you know? How do we find the flow that's against the flow, really? Gracefully navigating it, that's what I want. If you're not in that place, maybe you just come hang out here, right? Hang out, simple fasting. We do the fasting space. We're talking about things and lean into the other path, you know? Do moving the body as much as you can. See, this is the other thing. Such a good thing to do. Lean and strong. You got to have a dietary practice and a movement practice to hit that wonderful space. And then the foundational space, making sure our mindset in the right space. We don't want burdens, huh? Let go of as many of them as we can. Really nice to share this space with you today. Have a beautiful day. Think on these things. Think about what you really want, who you really are. What is the person you are trying to be? What is the way that you are expressing yourself in this life? Do you already have, in some surprising way, what you are already trying to find? And from that space, can you find the contentment? Can you find a place of wholeness? And then flow out from that space in health, in a way of being that is just bringing joy, love, and light both to yourself and everybody we come into encounter with. I hope so. I'm going to try to do it today. Let's bring the positive energy to everything we do in health and life today. And I will look forward to being back with you tomorrow. Have a great day, everybody.